What's the headline for you in terms of the direction you're heading and clearly some decent revenue growth, but when can you be profitable?
So we're thrilled with our second quarter results. It's a strong start for the first half of 2018. The fundamentals of our business are strong. Revenues increased 95% year over year. Kilograms sold 97%. We're increasing our capacity about 1,500% this year, 15 times between the start of the year and the end of the year. And our products are now available in 11 countries on 5 continents. So it's really a growth story about increasing delivery of our products, not only in Canada, the 7 provinces and territories, but around the world.
Brendan, I want to, clearly the stock's moved around a bit today, but moving around a lot more yesterday, and that was on the news of a stake being taken in the company by Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation. Talk us through what they can add to what you offer.
So that's a supply agreement. We've been signing supply agreements with various provinces and territories. So we've signed one with British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, the Northwest Territories, and the Yukon Territories. And we expect to sign additional supply contracts for additional provinces and territories in the coming weeks.
What type of other companies do you think are interested in taking stakes? There was talk that maybe it might be Diageo, whether it's you or a rival. Similarly, the traditional tobacco stocks. Do you find that there's a lot of interest and you have a lot of takers at the moment?
Cannabis globally is disrupting the pharmaceutical industry, the alcohol industry, the CPG industry, and to some extent the tobacco industry. I'm sure you can appreciate that I'm not able to comment on speculation. However, I definitely expect additional strategic investors to invest in the industry in the coming months.
Okay, Brendan, you may not be able to talk about whether Diageo has approached you or not. And here's a question that normally would be a big softball for a CEO, but which of your products is your favorite?
We export a product to Australia that is 2 parts CBD, or sorry, 2 parts THC to 100 parts CBD, and that product is used for children who suffer from severe pediatric epilepsy. So that's my favorite product because when I receive notes from mothers and fathers of children who suffer from pediatric epilepsy, it makes me very happy.
Brendan, just sort of a big picture question on where the industry might be going. Understandably, it's a relatively young industry, a lot of excitement about different aspects of it, the applications of this whole product category. I'm wondering, though, as a CEO of a business, how do you prevent essentially just becoming another commodity company, right? Is this ultimately just a commodity, or is there intellectual property involved down the road or branding that's going to kind of save your company from being just an additive or a pure commodity?
You know, once in your lifetime, if you're lucky, you see an entire industry emerge from scratch, seemingly overnight, and that's what we're seeing right here. We're seeing a $150 billion industry globally transition from a state of prohibition to a state of legalization. And while at first look you might want to judge companies in the industry based on agriculture or growing a commodity product, that's really not what the industry is going to look like 5 years from now. I think most products will be in form factors that look more similar to other pharmaceuticals or other CPG products. People will drink cannabis. People will drink cannabis instead of a beer. They'll drink a product that has zero or few calories and no hangover, and they'll drink it instead of a beer in a bar or at their homes. They may eat a product in the form of a chocolate bar or an edible or consume a pill. And so that's where the value is. It's in the intellectual property of these other form factors and other delivery mechanisms.
Brendan, I just wanted to go back to the topic of whether you're a takeover target or whether there might be significant outside investment, because if we look at these numbers for the quarter, yes, very good revenue growth, but the net loss has widened year over year. So are you in need of that capital, and would you welcome it from an outside source if available?
You know, we're aggressively expanding. Like I said earlier, we're expanding our capacity 15 times from where we started the year to where we'll end the year. So we're investing heavily in increasing our capacity to deliver our products around the world. I think that you're seeing this interest from outside the industry because so many companies and so many other industries are in desperate need of growth. And this is a high growth industry that's emerging rapidly, not only in Canada, but around the world.